Hello friends and followers, and welcome to a tea time. No tea on my end today though. I have a bottle of water. It's been pretty hot, so trying to stay cool. But I wanted to check in and just do a quick little update on some stuff going on before I jump into editing some of the videos I have for my precious publications, which will be coming very soon, probably in the next week or so. Right now my setup is a little weird. You may be hearing an echo. I apologize for that. Clearly the angle is not what it usually is. I don't have my ring lights and my usual recording setup with me just yet. I still have to get that out of storage. So we're working with what I have right now. So bear with me, please. So not a whole lot of news to share, but I did want to check in and give the few updates that I do have, just so that I get them out of the way and so that you have them. The first big thing is it's September. September kicks off my favorite time of the year, starting all the Burr months. Lots of friends and family and overall magic. And I can't wait to start celebrating everything that comes with it. But on top of it being just a fun and festive time, it's also the busiest time of year for me, and I will get into that very shortly. So I have a lot of fun personal things going on that are starting this month. A lot of concerts at the end of the year for some of my favorite bands. So for me, that's a personal thing. I'm really excited for that. We've got a long list of bands that we're gonna go see, including, but not limited to, My Chemical Romance, Shinedown, Ice Nine Kills, Motionless in White, etc. And I'm just really excited to get back into the concert scene. We've been to a few shows already this year, but this end of the year is going to be crazy, but going to be a lot of fun. But in terms of events, I also have a lot of my own events coming up in terms of conventions and book signings. So I wanted to share some of those with you so that you guys have the dates ahead of time in case you want to show up. So the first show kicking off my crazy appearance schedule is on September 17th, and it is the incredible HelderCon located in Bern, New York. It's hosted by the Bern County Library, and I'm really excited to go. I've gone before, so I will be there signing books for the afternoon. So anybody who's local, definitely stop by. It's outdoor at their park. They have a lot of activities for the kids, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Then the following day, I'm going to be up near Syracuse in Liverpool, just outside of it, for our usual SyricCon. I'm excited for that one. I always love that show. The people who put it on are absolutely fantastic. A lot of our friends go. So I will be there signing books out in Western New York on the 18th. So it's going to be a very busy weekend that weekend for me. Back-to-back events in two completely different parts of the state, but I'm really excited. Then the following weekend, on the 24th, I will be attending the Brunswick Library's Fall Festival, where I will be set up and signing books. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's also here in New York, in the capital region, so not too far from where I'm living now. And I'm really excited. I was invited last year, but at that time I was living in Kansas City, so I couldn't attend, but they did reach out to me again this year, and I'm excited to go and sign books and meet some new people and some fellow authors that are also local. And then next month, October. Don't even know where to begin. So I have shows in October sporadically. I have a night market that I'm going to be attending and signing books at in Saugerties, New York. October is also the release of Shriek Volume 2 with my story, The Hunger, which I will have more about later. So we may be having an event for that. I'm not sure yet. Got to talk to some people still, but that's up in the air. So that is still on the table. The Albany Comic-Con is also returning on October 30th. That con, however, I will not personally be attending. I have a prior commitment for that same day, which I will get into shortly. But if you do go, I have some pre-signed books that I will be dropping off for the Synod Art Studio table. So drop by the Synod Art Studio, say hi to everybody, and pick up a book if you're there. If you haven't picked one up already, they will be signed. And if you do want a personalized one, all you have to do is just hit me up and we can arrange something. But on October 30th, where I'm going to be is actually in Salem, Massachusetts for a book signing at Silver Moon Comics. I am so excited for that. It's going to be a really fun day. Not only is it the day before Halloween in Salem, but it's going to be my first like real big book signing that's not in New York State. I've had a few outside of the state, but this is like my own personal kind of private one, so I'm really excited. And it's the Witchy City. I'm going to be having so much fun. I can't wait. But yeah, if you happen to be in Salem for Halloween, stop by Silver Moon Comics and come say hi and come pick up a book, because I'm going to have a whole bunch with me, because from what I've heard, it is absolutely crazy. I mean, I go to Salem every year in October and I see how crazy it is. I avoid like Halloween weekend, because I know how crazy it is. And I have a book signing going on that weekend, so I'm expecting to sell a lot. So I'm going to bring a lot with me and just hope for the best. But that's what I'm really excited for. I'm signing books in Salem Halloween weekend. Like, holy crap. Then November, things slow down a little bit. In early November, there is a show in Kingston, New York that is kind of like a fall festival sort of thing. I'm going to be set up there selling books. But Thanksgiving weekend, day after Black Friday, there's another show up in Syracuse that I'm still debating if I want to attend. I'm going to see how tired I am from the holidays. The holidays can get crazy, especially with Black Friday shopping. I always go Black Friday shopping with my brother, and having to drive up to Syracuse the day after, it's tentative. We'll see how I'm feeling, but that is up in the air. And a good time, I guess, to promote my holiday horror novel, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, because I always do run sales around that time. So if anything, it may be a show promoting that, and maybe they'll just very well be a discount. And then that should be all my shows and my signings for the rest of 2022. 2023, I have some other things in the works. There's a few shows here and there that I've been getting some little hints about and invites to, but I can't really say too much. But my big one next year is AuthorCon. AuthorCon in Williamsburg, Virginia. And I'm still floored that I have a table there. That's going to be the biggest con or signing that I'm going to be at. But anybody who's looking for anything fun, if you love horror, if you love reading books, AuthorCon. Scares That Care puts it on. It is a really great nonprofit organization that does a lot of really amazing things. And everybody loves horror. Everybody loves horror books. And yeah, come stop by, come see me, and all the other authors that are there. There are so many, and there are so many great guests of honor that I can't wait to actually meet in person. A lot of the horror writing community that I know on Twitter, they're all going to be there. People from the Horror Writers Association that I've met through my membership there are going to be there. I can't wait, but that's next year. That's in March. We got to get through the rest of this year first. So now, some other news regarding writing and whatnot. I just hit my 85th publication of the year. I know I said I wasn't going to really talk about like numbers and all that until I hit like my 290th, but I thought that this was worth mentioning because this is my number for the year. I always keep track of how many publications I've had over the course of the year, and doing my math this morning, I have reached my 85th. So that's really exciting for me. I am so close, only 15 away from hitting my goal of 100 publications in a year. I've always wanted to do it. I know last year, technically I did it in a year's time span, but I really want to be able to say from January to the end of December, I hit 100 or more. So I am on track for that. So let's keep that momentum going. Send me positive vibes, guys, because I want to do this. I want to say this is the year that I hit 100 publications or more between January 1st and December 31st. So let's go. Now, projects. I have projects in the works. I'm writing for a lot of magazines right now, a lot of short fiction still in the works, a lot of drabbles, that fun stuff. But I do have a secret project that is coming out in a few weeks. I've kept this really, really hush-hush. It's something small, really, but I kind of wanted to get it out before my crazy season coming up, and I thought it was going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to talk too much about it here. I just want to say that it's something that is up and coming. So there will be a future video about it, most likely next week or so. But I just wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek because I haven't really talked about it yet. But I'm excited and I can't wait to share more on that with all of you. And then Shriek. Shriek is in the works. Shriek is coming out in October. It's going to be in major comic book stores. I'm really excited. This project has been so amazing getting to see. For those of you who know, my story, The Hunger, is being published in this anthology, but it has been recreated as a graphic novel piece. And Keith, the artist, is phenomenal. Exactly how I pictured the characters, and I pictured the scenery and the setting and just everything about the story as I was writing it. Keith has translated onto the page through art exactly how I saw the story, and I am blown away by this. I am so excited to be able to share it with you. I've been really kind of quiet about it, hyping it up when I'm allowed to, sharing what I'm allowed to, but it's been really hard keeping so quiet because I really just want to be able to be like, hey, look at this, but I have to do it as I'm allowed to do it. And Keith has been sharing some pieces of the story over on his page. He posted the splash page, which is phenomenal. It is so creepy and I love it. And he posted a few snippets of the creature and the main character, Nathaniel. And I cannot wait for this to come out next month because I just can't wait for you guys to see it. I can't wait for you guys to see it, and I hope you pick up a copy and support all of the artists who have done work in it, but especially Keith and Jim, who has put the anthology together. Everybody's worked so hard, and like I said, I hope you guys go out and you pick up a copy because it is amazing, and I can't say anymore. And then other writing news, I guess I can kind of get into because we're in the Burr months and everybody knows who's a writer, when the Burr months start coming around. You know where I'm going. Nano. Nano's coming up in 2 months. In 2 months it's going to be here. And yeah, I have given it no thought at all. I've completely neglected Nano the last few years. I start projects, I don't finish projects. Life's been in the way. I'm putting it out there. The last few years have been so busy that I just haven't had the time. But I want to have the time this year. I really do. And I think having my own house and having an office room for my writing, having, just spaces that I can go to and areas where I can sit and really kind of reflect on my work and dedicate to my work, I might be able to do it this year a little better, or at least get something started and at least make a little bit of more progress than in years past. That's always been my big thing. I have said this in interviews, and I'm going to say it over here for those who may not have heard it. I treat writing like a job. I've always found it to be a hobby, but then once I started selling work, I started making money off of it. As I've said before, having a lot of things that I actually have to write for and a lot of deadlines that I have and whatnot, and being established with publishers and editors, etc. It's become a job. One that I absolutely adore and wouldn't trade for the world. But writing has become a career and it's become a job. And for me, when I do work and when I'm doing a job, I need to have a separate private space for that. I used to be able to, when I was younger, bring my laptop downstairs to the family room and, watch TV with my parents and be able to knock a chapter out in front of the television, watching TV, watching a movie. I can't do that anymore. If I'm sitting on my couch, I know that that's where I go to relax, and I cannot write there anymore. And that's the one thing that I think writing as a career and as a job has tainted for me, is because now that I see it that way, I still see it as a passion and as a hobby, but now that it's become more of a job, my mind treats it that way. But what I love about this house is I have so many places that I can go and sit and write. I have my office, which I'm in right now. I have the little book nook room, which I believe I showed in one of my previous videos. I will have another house tour once we get everything set up and the boxes out of here and whatnot. That room is really cozy. It's really cute. It's really quiet. It's kind of just like a little reading room, but that to me could become a good place to go and write as well. It's nice and quiet in there, like I said. And then I do have downstairs, more in the living room-ish area, I have my big executive desk set up in there. So if I want to do some writing downstairs, I do have that area that I can go and sit and write. And I'm hoping the reason I have it down there, number one, is it's a 600-pound huge oak desk that there's no way it was ever going to get upstairs. So it had to stay down there. It's beautiful. I will show all of you in the house tour. It is a gorgeous desk. I still don't know how we managed to get it from Kansas City here, but we did. But I'm hoping to be able to train myself to be able to have a movie on in the living room. Our living room, as you may have seen when I did a quick little walkthrough tour, it's kind of broken up into two sections. The front door is here, and then the living room splits off. So the desk is on one side, and then our couch, our TV, all of that, our fireplace is all on the other side. So I'm hoping that I can train myself to be able to have a movie on, sit at my desk across the way, and be able to write, because I'll kind of trick my mind into thinking, okay, well, you're at a desk, you're working, but you can still have something on in the background and kind of, pay attention and do both. I'm able to do it in here. I'm able to have, Amazon. Hello, Hope. She just wants all the attention. She always does. Anyway, I am able to do that in here. I usually have my phone on and have Prime Video up. Shutter's on all day. And I can work while I have Shutter on my phone. So I'm hoping that I can train myself to be able to work downstairs at my big desk and still have a movie on and, be around the family and whatnot again, because I don't like isolating myself, but I've found that it's very hard for me to focus with people around now. And again, I know it's because over time, my mind has said writing is a job, and when you do a job, you need to be alone, you need to be private, you need to, but I want to be able to find a nice, steady middle ground between there, so that I can write in private and I can write in quiet and write on my own, but also be able to kind of incorporate, being able to be somewhere where people are still around and I can kind of, communicate in between writing. So it's going to take some time. I know it's going to take some time, but yeah, I'm hoping for the best. The final thing today that I want to touch on before I head out of here and say goodbye is also October, my 31 days of Halloween. Now, I know what you're all going to say, that you hear this every year from me, probably for the last going on 3 years now, that I say I'm going to do this, I don't do it, and then, another year goes by, and then I say I'm going to do it, I don't do it, etc. I always do it over on my Instagram. I read my stories live, so I have never missed a year of that. So since 2018, I have been doing that every single year. And I get a pretty good turnout of my Instagram followers and my friends over there. So that's always been good. But I have always said that I wanted to do it over here on YouTube. I've always wanted to just be able to upload videos so that they're always here and people can watch them at any time and kind of have it like cinematic and fun and whatnot. And this is gonna be the year. And I know I've said it, but I have been working very diligently on recording audio for 31 days for October. I have about 12 stories already read, already recorded, and ready to go. All I have to do is really just plug them in and schedule them. They're all filmed, they are all ready to go. And I have been working so diligently every day to try and get a story or two done so that I can have this ready for October, because this is the year. I've said it 1,000 times. This is the year. I'm doing everything that I've wanted to do with my writing. I have tried to keep up with social media and be as best as I can with all of it. And I really have wanted to do this, and this is the time. So look for that in October. I'm going to have videos over here every single day. There will be a new story of mine read by myself, shared for the month of October. So you have something creepy and scary and dark every day that you can listen to. And who knows, there may be a few stories here and there that you haven't heard yet if you've tuned in on my Instagram for the last few years. I've got some older ones, I've got some newer ones, and I've got some of my bestsellers kind of sprinkled around in there too. And some other little surprises. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So October, I don't know how many tea times I'm going to have in October. I don't know how many precious publications I'm going to have, even though I have quite a few books slotted to come out in October. I'll definitely cover Shriek, because that I have to show you guys, because the artwork is amazing and I cannot contain that. So October, you're getting that. Other precious publications might have to wait. Tea times might have to wait. Some vlogs, which I've been starting and I really want to keep up with, might have to wait. But every day, you will have something from me in October. So stick around and enjoy the scares. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to share today with all of you. It was nothing major. It was just stuff that's been on my mind that I wanted to just sit down and get out so that you have the information, so that I kind of remind myself of the information and whatnot. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming. I'm very excited for the end of the year. I'm very excited for the Burr months, but it's going to be so busy. But I hope that it's going to be good and a lot of fun, and I'm excited. I really can't wait for all the things to happen for the end of the year. It's just going to keep me on my toes quite a bit. So with all of that, I'm going to wrap this video up today. Thank you for stopping in, and thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope that your Burr months are just as magical and just as fun and exciting and whatnot as mine hopefully are. And I can't wait to share with you all the awesome things that are to come as I'm allowed to. And I can't wait to spend the next few months hanging out with all of you. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see all of you again very soon. Bye.